Hello again everyone, I just want to thank you so much for stopping by. Welcome to our final video on aspects of biochemistry. In today's video we are wrapping up our biochemistry journey, ending by placing emphasis on the qualitative biochemical tests for the macromolecules we have explored. Tests can be performed in the laboratory to identify carbohydrates, protein and lipids. If a sample to be tested is solid, grind it and make a solution with water. To test for starch we use a brown liquid called iodine. Using a dropper we add a few drops of the liquid to the food sample in a spotting tile, and if starch is present, iodine will turn blue or black. If there is no starch in the sample, the iodine will remain brown. To test for protein, we use a blue reagent called biuret. We add a few drops of the biuret solution, and if a food contains protein, it will turn purple. If not, it will remain blue. To test for reducing sugars such as glucose, we use a blue solution called Benedict's. We add a few drops of Benedict's to the sample in a test tube and place it in a water bath. The color that occurs depends on the amount of sugar present in the sample. A positive result would yield a sample turning green or yellow, whereas a sample with a lot of reducing sugar will turn orange or even brick red. With a negative result, the Benedict solution remains blue. To test for lipids, we use ethanol, which is a colorless liquid, alongside a volume of water and a gentle shake. A positive result for lipids is a white, cloudy or fatty layer forming known as emulsion. With a negative result, no emulsion forms. Just to note, if a test substance gives a negative result with reducing sugar test, it may contain non-reducing sugars. In the previous video we mentioned that the only common non-reducing sugar is sucrose, hence the non-reducing sugar test would be most ideal for sucrose. Here are some practice questions for you to try. Kindly pause the video and give them a go. To test for protein, we use biuret. To test for starch we use iodine. To test for lipids we use ethanol. And to test for sugar we use Benedict's. A positive test for protein would be a color change from blue to purple. For starch it would be a color change from either brown to blue or black. For lipids, we see a cloudy emulsion forming. And for sugars, we see a color from blue to green, orange or red, depending on the amount of sugar present in the sample. To test a sample for reducing sugars, we add a few drops of Benedict's to the sample in a test tube. We then place the test tube in a water bath, allowing it to heat up to around 95 degrees, and we observe the color change. As usual, here is an image with your summary notes covering today's discussion. I hope these videos has been super helpful towards your preparation. It's always my pleasure to help. Please remember to like, share and subscribe. I am super excited to see you in the next video. Until then, bye everyone.